Hello Flosstube, welcome back. It's Jen, also known as Felicity Stitches, and this is my haul video, and I'm going to show you a lot of wonderful things that I have collected over the last couple of months, and some patterns, not all the patterns, some, I've got books. Alright, so here we go. Are you ready? This is haul. Just be prepared. All the haul, y'all. Here we go. Should I start with big haul, little haul? Let's do fabric haul. Let's do fabric haul. Okay, so fabric haul. Here we go. What I did was my LNS, the Crafty U, was having a big sale because they were trying to clear out their stock so that they could make room for new inventory. And I was more than willing to help oblige them by buying all the stuff. So first thing I got here, this is, so they have like little cuts. This is like a 12 by 15 piece. This is cashel, 28 count cashel, antique yellow is the color. And it's a 12 by 15 piece. Pretty, right? I know, yellow, Gerald, this is right up your alley, right? It looks, yeah, that's a true to color. Really pretty. I don't know, Swaggart? Am I right? Ooh, what's going on? Curly, crazy curls. I was watching Nicole, Buckeye Stitcher, last night, and she was like, why does my hair look all flat, like I haven't done it? Nicole, I always think your hair looks absolutely beautiful. In fact, I'm going to take a picture of you into my stylist next time and say, can you fix it so that mine does more like what hers does? Okay, this next one is 28 count Quaker cream. Do I have a... Just a soft, subtle cream. I mean, it's nothing to write home to mom and dad about. It's a 10 by 13 piece. Alright, maybe this is... I pulled them all out of the bags, but I think probably the other key is to not put them back in the bags, so I won't be doing that anymore. Next piece is this is called, it says Quaker cloth, 18 count. I think almost everything I got was Quaker count, Quaker cloth, Confederate gray, 11 by 12 piece. It's got a blue cast to it that's very pretty. Next up is a hand-dyed linen called Stormy Gray that is really pretty. And you totally can't see how pretty it is. It's like purpley pink. Yeah, not true to color. It's like the dark parts are, maybe if I double it over. Well, I don't know how to get it so that you can see the color better, but it's the dark parts here, these are like almost blue, and then the lighter parts are sort of a purpley pinkish cast. It's very pretty. No idea why I'm going to stitch on it. Next color is, this is a silk slash linen, twilight blue, 28 count. It's a 9 by 10 piece. I'm not going to open it up. I'm not looking to make a 2-hour haul video. Although I could if I wanted to. Belfast Steel Gray. This is a Belfast linen. Steel Gray, 32 count, 14 by 18 piece. Right, I got some good stuff. And it was all on sale. This is a linen, 32 count. Color is Coffee Bean. I'm trying to hide my chip nail. 13 by 15 piece. Really pretty. Again, I have no idea if it doesn't have the little red line in the selvage. I don't know if it's who makes it. So this is a cashel in mulberry, 28 count. I got a 9 by 9 piece and I got a 15 by 18 piece. And it was just because I bought these because I just wanted to have little bits in my stash so that if I wanted to do, I want to do a start for Valentine's Day or whatever, if I wanted to stitch up a little small or something, I could do that. This is, it says Milan. I don't know what Milan means. Is that if anybody knows, is that a kind of fabric? The color is Savannah Rose, and it's a 14 by 18 piece. Really pretty. Really pink in real life. Like a bluey pink. It's pretty. It's been raining here. So, you know. And then this last one is a 28 count cashel linen in Autumn Blush, and it's a 13 by 18 piece. This might be good for a small sampler of some kind, I think. It's very pretty. It is pink though. Pinkish, pink-esque. Okay. I promised I would show this. This is not stitching related. But I had shown it on an Instagram live that I did when I finished my Jeanette Douglas piece for my daughter. Okay, so I promised that I would show this in a video, and then I've been joking with McKenna that I'm going to bring it to New Jersey and use it as an orc catcher, because it's seriously, it's not even big enough to carry my phone. I took it to graduation because it's like an Oscar-worthy purse, but it's not even big enough. Literally, all I could put in it was my driver's license, a credit card, and a very small lipstick, like a sample size lipstick. But it's gorgeous. Like literally, see, here's my palm. Here's my phone. It won't even fit my phone. Which I know for some people is ridiculous, but I sort of feel like what is having a date for if not to hold your items? So I think, quite honestly, it would be a magnificent ort catcher because you could get a lot of orts in there. I might not be able to get a phone in there, but I could get a lot of orts. And I found this on Amazon. I don't know. It's a killer cute purse. And they have all kinds of animals. I just really loved the octopus. And it's all crystals. And it came with a little package of replacement crystals. Isn't that gorgeous? Pretty. So pretty. So Jen Sabri from Delicious Threads had a sale. I don't even know when it was at this point, but it was a long ass time ago. And I bought a bunch of minders, and I haven't taken them off the packaging because I wanted to show them all to you first. Here they are. I'm holding her card. Her super cute card. Jen is such a sweet person. And I love these minders. So I got a monarch butterfly. And I got this cool hand. There's like a sun. I don't know if you look at it that way, you can see there's a sun in there. And then I got this beautiful butterfly and this little teacup. So cute, Jen. I made the joke when she had the sale because you literally, it's like you get all hyped up for it and you're like, I'm going to buy myself a needle minder. And then you're like, well, I can't travel by itself, so I'm going to get 2 or maybe 3. And then it turns into this frenzy. And you know me, I'm not a needle minder person. And now I've got a lot of needle minders. I mean, I'm not a collector by any means, and I don't have an enormous amount, but I have quite a bit. And I'm okay with that. Okay, so, oh, here's the invoice. September of 2017. She's so sweet. Hamsa is what that hand is called, Hamsa. Okay. Here is a sweet gift that I got from my friend Natasha, who I will link her Flosstube below. But she's wonderful, and she sent me this. She was stitching on it, and I commented how much I loved it. It's called A Merry Heart. It's by Plum Street. And this picture does it no justice, but if you go to her Instagram, I'll link it below, you will see how beautiful it is. I mean, it is beautiful. And again, that's Plum Street. It's called A Merry Heart. Thank you, Natasha. Sent it to me forever ago. And then I found this one also that I absolutely had to have. And it is called Friends of the Heart. And if any of you have started watching Donna Barrow, who is the Cozy Pajama Farm, I'm blanking. I will link it below. Super great floss tubes. She's very polished. I love her hair. And she's just wonderful. And she's been commenting on my Instagram. She's Donna Ray Barrow on Instagram. And she's been commenting on my Instagrams for a long time. She's very, very sweet. And she's a really good stitcher, and she's super neat and tidy and organized, which I am not. But she is stitching this. She's doing a stitch along with some friends. And when she showed it, I was like, I have that! And I love it too. It is stunning. A leaping stag with pomegranates. There's a fox. There's a house. Acorns, birds, squirrels, animals. There's a pumpkin in there. There's an owl. I mean, there's so... At first you just see it and you're like, oh, it's a stag with some flowers and a mess of swirlies. And then you're like, oh, wait, there's a bunch of stuff in there. And then there's a P there, probably for Paulette, who designs the Plum Street samplers. I'll link her. She has a YouTube channel, and it's really good. She doesn't put out nearly enough videos, in my opinion, but what else? Get to it when you get to it. You know what, Paulette? If you're, not that you're even gonna watch this, but I would love for you, when you do your videos, if you could talk about why you put in what you put into your samplers. Like, why did you put in this stag? Oh, heart, by the way, is another name for a stag, a deer. So if you could put into it, like, why you put these things in, and talk to us about that. I would love to know that information. And it's on a really good, super thick paper. I don't know. I just love it. It's a beautiful piece. I would like to stitch it at some point. Hopefully this year. We shall see. Next one I got, again, on sale at my craft store, the Crafty U, is Eliza Ann Scott, 1847. This is by Dames of the Needle. And I think it's a very sweet little pattern. There's a good alphabet. I'm not a big fan of houses because it's a lot of stitching, but look at all the windows. I mean, what the hell kind of house are they living in? I don't know, but it's beautiful. And it's, I don't think it's very big, but what do I know? Just because it comes in a small package doesn't mean it's a small sampler, right? This one I'm not going to show because I'm going to stitch it for somebody. Oh, here's a cute Chessie and Me that I found on sale. It says Liberty for All. I mean, look at, it's all quilt. You can barely see these pictures. So that's a Chessie and Me. I got that for super. Here's another super cute needlework press. They have some really great samplers coming out for market. If you haven't seen them, look for them. Google needlework press and look at their samplers. They're gorge. And then here's another piece of haul. A lot of people have shown these. I got the sisters. I got them when, is it, okay. Nicola is not going to watch this. I am 99.9% certain that Nicola will not watch my videos. But if anyone knows Nicola personally, can you please tell me, is it Nicola or Nicola? I need to know how to pronounce her name. We've figured out that Brenda's last name is Gervais. I would like to pronounce Nicola. I would like to pronounce her name correctly because it's only right. So I got both sisters. Anne, this is Anne, and this is Isabella. And they're both gorgeous, and I'm totally doing them. And she's got some other amazing samplers that are coming out for market. And I believe she's already in the second printing. And market starts, I think, tonight. And she's in the second printing of these samplers. Amazing. The one with the big bird, what is that one called? That's the one I have to have. And it is a stunner. A stunner. I've not seen a sampler like that. Oh, and the other thing, Nicola showed a picture of a sampler that she finished that she has been working on for as long as I've been following her. At least 7 or 8 months she's been working on this because I followed her for a long time and then she posted this picture that she was working on it. She didn't post it as a new start, so I don't know if it was a new start for her. But it is a reversible sampler. So basically the front of the work looks exactly the same as the back of the work. Like it would be a mirror image. I mean, it's like nothing I've ever seen before in my entire life. And I really hope and pray that she releases it because A, it's absolutely beautiful, and B, I really want to learn how to do stitching like that because, I mean, how cool would it be to learn how to stitch like that? If you looked at the back of my work, it literally looks like crazy town back there. Carried threads and whatnot, but okay, let's move on. We don't need to go into too much more detail. The other thing that I got, and this is an out of print chart, and you're not going to find it because I looked all over for it to get it for a friend and nearly had to auction off my firstborn to find one of them. But this is a mystery sampler done in 3 parts by my girl Brenda Gervais, who I think is a genius when it comes to color and composition and form, and she's just brilliant. But this is a 3-part sampler, and what happened was I walked into my L&S and there was a model on the wall, and I was like, what is that? And my owner said, Janine said, it's a 3-part mystery sampler that Brenda put out many years ago, and apparently it's out of print and you can't, like, it's really hard to find. And then she said, and I have 1 grouping of all 3 parts left. Would you like it? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Yeah, Janine, I want it. Put it on the counter right now, please. So this is it. This is With Thy Needle. And the pattern, the design is, I'm going to take it out because it's too pretty. It's called Birds of a Feather is the name of the series. And it was stitched, it's stitched on, staples, I hate staples. It's stitched on Weeks Dye Works Confederate Gray is their choice of linen. And the sample in the shop looks, it almost looks green. But it's so pretty. I want it to look just like the sample in the shop. But here it is. Birds of a Feather. Can you see it? It's gorgeous. And I want to say that somebody said that they stitched it and they switched. I wonder if it was my friend Rose from the Stitch-Ins. She changed the birds to be cardinals, which I love because I'm an Ohioan and cardinal is our state bird and I love cardinals. But I like how the pops of blue work out here, so I might do maybe like 1 bird as a cardinal. And then I want, I'm going to chart those, I'm going to change those sheep to goats in honor of my friendship with Michelle from Girl Stitcher. So I love it. I love the goats. I love everything about it. I love the alphabet. I love the border. 2011. I wasn't stitching back then, so that's why I didn't realize that it existed. But I have it, so I can breathe easy. And for all the rest of you that see it and love it, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry for your pain. Okay. Gift. Christmas present from my friend, Deborah. It is the Sampler and Antique Needlework Quarterly. This is a collection from 2001 to 2010. And if you remember last video, I showed you fabric and thread for a hard start that I would be doing. It's in here. That's all I'm going to tell you about that. We're on to books, by the way, if you haven't figured that out yet. This is from the Royal School of Needlework. This is Cruel Work by Jackie McDonald. And I got this off of Amazon. But this is a book that shows you how to work basic and more complex stitches using detailed instructions and showcases beautiful examples of both traditional and contemporary embroideries. And the reason I got this, here's the back of the book, is because my sweet Ingeborg and I are going to be doing some kind of crewel work. I don't know what yet, but we're doing it. So history. I mean, look at that. Oh my gosh. Equipment, tools, needles, threads. I mean, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful book. It's beautifully done. I would recommend it. Move on. Color, some information on color theory. Look at that. Oh my god. Thread, how to load your frame. I mean, come on. Ooh, lacing. Stitches, all different kinds of stitches. Essential stitches. And then literally a step-by-step on how to do the stitches. Oh. So worth every penny. I'm really, really pleased. Cruel Work, Royal School of Needlework, Essential Guide by Jackie McDonald. Okay, another book that I got. You guys know I'm into samplers. And this is one that Emily had shown, and in having a couple of conversations with Arlene, I decided that it was a good one for me to get. Lots of different motifs, all free to use, so I'm not afraid to sort of show them kind of quickly. But really just some ideas, discussion on Georgian houses and buildings. Chapter 2 is about buildings. So they split it up into, ooh, they even talk about different stitch techniques, planning and design. Here's the back of it. It's a great book. So it's by Caroline Vincent, Sampler Workbook, Motifs and Patterns. If you're into it, if you'd like to stitch your own sampler, you can go ahead and do that using that book. You really would have a good... So then I got on this sampler bandwagon, right? I need all the books about all the samplers because I'm a student at heart. So I went ahead and purchased the Stitchybox samplers. This is an exclusive to Stitchybox. It's the Ackworth School Motif Pattern Book, and there's 100 different cross-stitch motifs in here, and it's bound very nicely so that you can flip through easily, and you can sort of see, like, you're not actually seeing any of it, you can't stitch from that, but you can see how the patterns are set up, and it's on both sides. And it's a wonderful book, and I would highly recommend it. It's put out by Liz Westlake from Stitchybox. I love Stitchybox. They offer all kinds of wonderful stuff. Next book, Georgia's Girlhood Embroidery. All right, Georgia Stitchers, I know you want this. Isn't it pretty? It's Crowned with Glory and Immortality by Kathleen Staples. Samplers are so much more than the quaint record of a girl's training in the female arts. In the web of these pieces of cloth are stories that help us understand how the makers of these samplers lived their lives, what influenced their thoughts and guided their actions, where and by whom they were educated, which customs were observed or shattered, and what viewpoints were taken. Kathleen Staples, guest curator of the exhibition Georgia's Girlhood Embroideries, Crowned with Glory and Immortality, has crafted in this volume a journey through the history of Georgia's young sampler makers, opening to us new perspectives on stories as disparate as Georgia's colonial sericulture experiments and Revolutionary War pension claims. Through her detailed research, Staples revitalizes our understanding of these textiles as documents and our appreciation of them as objects of admiration. And that little bit was written by Madeline Shaw. She's the curator of textiles for the Smithsonian Institute. She's a big deal, people. So it give you a little table of contents here. So these are basically goes through, talks about needlework, orphan and charity schools, tutors, schools and academies. It's not so much pictures as it is words, people. But then it gives you a sampler, it gives you the name of the stitcher, and then it gives you her story. I'm sorry, but I love this. It's like 3 or 4 pages about that story. And then here's another sampler, stitched by Mary Carr. And then another 3 or 4 pages. So it's just great reading. Look at that. I mean, oh, I'm sorry, but Frances Rowe. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous work. Here's, who's this? Wow. Louisa Rogers. Look at Louisa's work. What kills me is that these girls, oh, she's from Asheville. These girls are like 8 years old, 10 years old, 11 years old. And they're amazing. Amazing. Okay, so here's another one I got. Early American Charted Designs. 51 Motifs from Antique Coverlets. By Lucretia Hollingsworth and Connie Adams. Based on patterns taken from antique hand-woven coverlets of the early to mid-19th century. Cool stuff, right? So I just thought, I saw these, they totally remind me of Arlene Cohen, Works by ABC. They remind me of her stuff. So pretty. So, just interesting stuff. There you go. Then I got a bunch of these cross-stitch patterns from 1660, volume 4. And they're all free to use. They're not the easiest things to read, but they're all free to use, and they're just patterns, motifs, stuff. Just interesting, inspiring things. Look at all the different patterns. You can get these books for black work and all sorts of other things. You are welcome to use any of the designs in this book to make things for personal uses, charities, and selling. Nice. Amazon. Here's another one. Same thing. That's volume 3. Amazon. Ooh, mixing it. Oh, wait. Here's volume 2. You know, I looked for volume 1, couldn't find it. Put me on half speed if you want to look really close, okay? I just want you to see what there is to see. They remind me of gorgeous wallpaper patterns. Look at that business. Woo! And then mixing it up, I got one from 1730. These were collected from a book titled Embroidery Patterns that was published in 1730. Great books, good for inspiration. Other haul. So these are Christmas presents. These books are Christmas presents that I bought for myself. And I thought it was really interesting when I watched ElenaB's videos that she had some of the same flavor in haul that she had purchased. So this is Renato Perelin, who is an Italian designer. And I truthfully don't know if Renato is a male or a female. But really, really pretty stuff. All of the stuff, and I ordered these on French Amazon, and I had to use my Google Translate to do it. And these are just pictures of what is inside. I was really hoping for that white tree pattern because I love that white tree pattern, but pretty. The white tree pattern is not in here. Just gorgeous, right? You'll have to pause me because there's so much to see. All about this. Look at all the alphabets. There's so much alphabet. Ooh, I should stitch it over one. Bonne chance. That's cool. Really cool. En affaire autrefois. I hope you guys are enjoying my book flip through. How do you know if you want the book if you don't get to see what's in it, right? 2 different versions of owls on trees. Pretty stuff. Squirrels. Gerald! It's like your little buddy that comes, that you feed the squirrel. Oh. Birds, 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 birds. Trees. Okay. So Renato is sort of known for trees. Lots of trees, all the trees, all kinds. Ooh, all kinds of trees. Prolific tree person. So let's see. Let me show you. So these are seasonal trees. There's one. Two. That was, I think that was autumn. I don't know. I don't read Italian, so I don't know. Even though, so cute, right? I really like that one. And I like this one. Bunnies and berries. I love all the berries and stuff. There's just a lot of really good movement. The shading with the flowers is, or the leaves is really great. And I'm going to show you this without showing you the pattern, but you can see DMC. I mean, it's not, but they're beautiful. Look at this one. Fidelis. Beautiful. Aww, little lovebirds. Sweet. Sweet, sweet. Yeah, so like, what's your season? You don't need to stitch them all. Which one do you like the best? There's a bunch of them. Are you into more spring colors? Pick spring colors. Are you into more fall colors? Pick fall colors. Awesome. Who wants to translate that little bit for me? A trio of grapes. Something color palette. Something palette? I don't know. Very pretty. So that's Best of Renato Parolin. Parolin. Is he French? Is she French? I don't know. This is Jennifer Lentini who does these. If you watch Becca's Land, she stitches beautiful, pretty stuff like this. So I got this book, My Tender Winter. Here's the back. It's all written in French, but the pictures are beautiful. And I sort of feel like cross stitch is a universal language. We get it. We can follow diagrams. We can pick patterns, threads, this, that, and the other. I'm not going to show you. Okay, a lot of patterns, patterns, patterns. Her stuff is super, super sweet. And she does really beautiful finishing. So great for like little smalls, I feel like. And it's not all, but they're great ideas, right? I really like this one. I'm trying to think. And there's Christmassy type stuff in there. Look at this. Could you see ElenaB looking like that in the bakery? For shizzle. Probably not. Probably not. But I could totally see her with something cute like that hanging up in her kitchen while she bakes in her beanie and her regular white apron. Cute, right? Right. Same thing, but this is, the designer is Veronique Eninger. Eninger? Ginger? Who knows? Oiseau, papillon, et petit bête. Which means birds, something else, and little bugs, I think. Birds, butterflies, and bugs. I think that's what it is. Birds, butterflies, and bugs. And that's exactly what's in here. And, you know, maybe you're rolling your eyes and like, oh, Jen, why would you buy that gross thing? First of all, she's a very talented artist, this Veronique, because she does those watercolors. Like, she studies the bugs and then does the watercolors, and then her stitching embodies the watercolors. They are studies, and they are sort of half and half. I think they're cool. And I think, okay, I'm not into the spiders. Not gonna lie about that one, but I know a lot of you are into them, so. Oh, all my books just fell. That's cool. It's all right. Well, macabre for me, but whatever. It's just a bug. It's just a spider. It's an arachnid. Is arachnid considered a bug? Or is it its own thing? I think it's its own thing. I'm sorry. I just thought my son would, like, dig stuff that was cross-stitched like that. I love that praying mantis. Love the bee. Love that beetle. This I love. This is so, it's a little carry case for like a pie or some sort of baked good or whatever, like if you were going to do like a potluck. Pretty stuff, right? Different from what we stitch. Different from what's offered for us to stitch. No less beautiful by any stretch. I don't know, just great ideas, great books, great, wonderful stuff. I think we'll call that done. I think that's plenty. I probably have recorded like 4 hours worth of Flosstube videos. I thank you so much for joining me. I just want to thank you all for your support and your well wishes and for your congratulations and just everything. You have been amazing, an amazing community. This is an amazing community, and I want to thank you for spending time with me. I know that you have so much to do in your lives, and I know that you're all trying to stitch all the things, but I love it when you come and visit with me. So until next time, may everything that you stitch with your hands show your heart. I'll see you later. Bye.